So the Cobra is a disc for beginners. What does that mean? It's a speed 4 disc. And the lower the speed, that means the easier it is to throw. The less power you have to put in it to get some distance, and also to straighten up and fly straight. So 4 is very good. The glide on this is 5, that's very good. That means it tends to glide in the wind, give you some extra distance, and it has a -2 turn and a 2 fade. So that basically means if you throw it this way, it's going to then fade off a bit this way. And it also has a slight tendency to turn just a hair bit. But if you throw it on a hyzer with some power, it tends to straighten up and go where you put it. So it is definitely a disc that's great for beginners. It's easy to throw. It listens to your input. And that input is everything from the power of your flick, and again, that's the snap that you have at the end of your flight, but also your body motion that comes from the center and you're spinning. You want to keep it in close to your body. Again, you can watch videos for people's forms. I'm not saying my form is the greatest. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it works for me. So you have to find the form that works for you. Watch other people's videos, watch my videos, and watch your friends. But just because your friends throw a certain way or a certain disc does not mean that it's going to work for you too. Remember that. But the Cobra is a nice intermediate beginner disc for mid-range that, again, you can play the whole course with, and that's what I'm doing here today. Okay, so number 1 here at Bluemont Park, it's 158 feet and a super dog leg right, and I'm dealing with the Cobra, so I can make it go ahead and dog leg right, but usually when I put hyzer on the disc, it tends to straighten out, and in this case that means I put extreme hyzer on it. I have to throw it almost straight up and down, and that way I can get some right turn out of it. Okay, the perfect result here, well, not an ace, but still a drop in. That's what I like. Okay, number 2, 168 feet and lots of trees everywhere you look. So I'm going to try to just throw it straight through on the hill and avoid the trees and get as close to the basket as I can, remembering that I'm throwing uphill, so I want to throw higher than normal. Okay, good result there. Now, oftentimes you might want to go and try to sneak through these 2 trees here, and sometimes I do that, but I find it safer just to go around the outside, and that's what I did today. You can throw around this way, but there's a lot of little branches and things that certainly tend to get in your way. So I went the safe route, and I have a very close, maybe 15-foot birdie shot. Okay, number 3, and it's very straight, 165 feet and downhill. Now, I like to kind of run this. What's that mean? I like to go straight for the basket. It's certainly one that I've aced before, and with this exact disc, come very close to acing, kind of in and out. But anyway, to do that, just look at the object, and believe it or not, your arms and eyes and muscles will work in conjunction and get you there. That being said, if there's a tree in your way or a major obstacle, don't ever look at that obstacle. Look at where you want to go. Look at the safe flight pattern. And believe it or not, that same pattern, your eyes, your body, and your muscles will get it there. Never look at what you don't want to hit. It's the same with high performance driving. If you're about to get into an accident, don't look at what you're trying to avoid, look down the road. And also, check out my Drivin Ivan car review videos too if you like cars. Okay, not as close as I like to be, but it was downhill, so I just ran straight at the basket, and I kept it low. When you throw discs higher, sometimes you can lose control, but I kept it low to keep control, and I've got about an easy 15-foot putt to the basket for birdie. Number 4, 153 feet, straight ahead. You can certainly run it straight at it. Sometimes I like to throw just above this stump here and put a lot of hyzer on it to curve it. I think I'm gonna kind of do a little combination of both with this throw. Should be parked. Okay, number 5 here, 149 feet and uphill. So remember to throw higher than usual and just go straight at the basket, and your body and your follow through and the angle should all work out. If it's not working out for you, try going to a field and adjusting everything until you can throw your disc the way you want to throw it. That way there's no obstacles around you to get in your way. Check out my field throwing videos too for more information. Should be good enough. Okay, number 6, it's an extreme dog leg right, and lots of players have problems with it because it's really far back to the right, and if you had to draw a straight line to it, it'd be right through here. But there's a mando, so you have to go around that tree. So what I do is I throw with some hyper extreme hyzer and hopefully get it to curve around to where I need it. Okay, nice drive there, the dog leg right. Managed to get it around most of the obstacles and ended up with, unfortunately, a tree in our way, but hopefully I can get it around that tree for the birdie. Okay, number 7 here at Bluemont, and today it's in the A position, 181 feet. Now you'll see you actually have to turn a little bit left here. It's a slight dog leg left. So to achieve that on a disc that tends to hyzer flip, you have to vary your amount of hyzer a little bit. So if you know the disc is going to flip up flat if you throw it like this, then you'll want to throw it with a little less hyzer to make it turn left. So let's see if I can make that happen here. You can also follow through a bit to the left and vary your release and your flick and your follow through, and those are ways to get the disc to turn the way you want it to turn. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, nice result there, and an easy putt in. Okay, number 8 here, and it's in the A position, 191 feet. You've got to make sure you clear this tree here, and then there's obstacles over here too. So everywhere you go, whether you throw forehand or backhand, there's obstacles. Okay, I'm going to throw this with lots of hyzer, and you'll see it'll go ahead and straighten out, and then once it straightens out, it tends to stay on its path. So I'm going to go right at the basket, or perhaps a bit to the left of the basket. Okay, basically what we had there was a hyzer flip. I started with a lot of hyzer, it straightened out, went straight for a while, and then curved back to the right. Classic hyzer flip. I do have a video on the hyzer flip, check that out elsewhere on YouTube, but this basically did the same thing. Okay, a little farther to the right of my target than I would have liked, but still a very makeable putt, about 20 feet. Not pretty, but in. Pretty straight shot here on 9, 251 feet, straight ahead. Of course, you've got these trees here, so you have a tough time going straight for the basket. I'm going to get it to go as far as I can up the hill and hopefully just be able to putt it in after that. But one thing to remember here is that it slopes uphill, so you definitely want to throw higher than normal. Lots of times when you throw high, it's bad. You tend to lose your direction and curve off one way or the other. That's not good. But here, because there's a slope up, if you throw straight, you're not going to get very good distance at all. So a little extra height here also. Okay, so nice straight drive, but it's still 55, 60 feet away from the basket. That's outside the circle. What is the circle? 33 feet, 10 meters. And outside of the circle, you can jump putt. That's not my style, so I'm just going to use the disc and its characteristics and try to putt it on in. Oh, not pretty, but in. Okay, so there you go. A round at Bluemont. Birdie is on all of them, thanks to this very easy to throw Cobra that is definitely great for beginners. And again, you should definitely have it in your bag. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check out all my other disc golf videos. And if you like cars, my Drivin Ivan videos as well. And also my music videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and also Facebook. And subscribe to me here on YouTube. I'm Ivan Katz.